Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another edition of Elderly Advice 100. It is so good to be back on the scene in 2024. First of all, thank you, everyone, for all the emails, the phone calls, the checking up on me to make sure I was okay. I really appreciate it. Yes, I am fine. You may be asking me what happened. There's a thing that's called life. And life happened. So I just had to take care of some family business, had to become a caretaker. And, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. All right, so we're going to put that behind. I'm coming to you once again from the beautiful metropolis of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Some of you may have visited this city and say, there ain't no metropolis, but hey, doesn't hurt to try. But anyway, thank you so much for all the emails and calls and things of that nature. It really touched my heart, and I really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to get straight to it. A lot of people have commented and said, hey, I think your show would be a whole lot better if you just go ahead and get straight to the meat and potatoes of what you want to discuss. And I took that to heart, so I'm going to get straight into it. We're going to be talking about steps to vetting a man. Steps to vetting a man. I think out of all the emails that I received, this may be the most requested, and I think I'm just going to do a series on vetting men. Now, first of all, a lot of you women, you're talking about you're ready to date. You say that, you're from a mental standpoint, you're ready and you're focused and you're just looking for that good man, and you just want to know how to vet that man. First of all, let's talk about this. Before we start talking about vetting, I want to make sure that you're in the right place. Now, when I talk about in the right place, first of all, are you mentally strong enough to refrain from sex? Okay, we're going to get straight into it. Are you mentally strong enough to refrain from sex? Because if you're not mentally strong enough to refrain from sex, hey, vetting, you might as well turn this video off right now. Because if you're not mentally strong enough, guess what's going to happen? A man is going to put you in some compromising positions. Well, how would he put me in compromising positions? Because you're going to allow him to dictate the flow, the pace, the places where the date takes place, the time, all those different things that we try and use to our advantage. And we're going to get you in some compromising situation. And we're going to try you and we're going to test you and see how much discipline you have. So if you don't have the discipline to refrain from sex, listen, you're not ready to properly vet a man, because that just comes with the territory, because we're going to try you. Now, if you've been listening to my broadcast, you know that I am a stickler. When we talk about vetting a man, it starts at the beginning. What do you mean, old fool, at the beginning? What I mean, that first initial meeting, that's where it starts, right there. That's where your process starts. So from a mental standpoint, you got to be thinking the same thing you apply for a job. When you apply for a job, what do? You fill out an application. So when he approaches you, you got to be thinking from a mental mindset, okay, he's filling out the application. Now, we know when we fill out applications for jobs, guess what? It's a vetting process. You just don't hire someone. You do background checks. You do all these, employers do background checks. They do all of these individual things, credit checks, whatever. And so you got to take these things into account. I mean, even if you want to live in an apartment, what's going to happen? Vetting process. They want to see receipts. They want to see all of these things. If you move into a gated community, guess what you got to do? You got to go through a process. If you want people to come visit you, they got to come to the gate. They got to present their ID and tell the person who's at the gate who you are and who they are and all that, just to come see you. So you got to have that same mindset, okay? You got to have that same mindset in 2024. I'm receiving too many emails, once again, from ladies who say they want advice on vetting, and I'm going to give you those things. But going back to what I said earlier, if you are not strong enough discipline-wise to refrain from sex, you one of those ladies, you just get hot. Ooh, Lord. Just from a man's touch. You get hot from a man just hugging you, embracing you. Hey, how you doing? There's a reason why we do these things, ladies. We are testing you. That's what we call a heat check, H-E-A-T. I know I'm from Louisiana. I butcher a lot of words. Some of you say you can't understand what I'm saying, but hey, got to deal with me. But that's what we call a heat check. What do you mean a heat check, old fool? We're trying to test and see how hot you are. That's why we try and hug you. That's why when we try and kiss you, that's why, when I talk about going on dates, first few dates, do not allow the guy to take you to a movie. Why? Because that's going to be a heat check all day, all night. What do you mean, old fool? Well, what's going to happen is we're going to be in that movie theater. We're going to be watching. It's going to be dark. It's going to be an intimate setting. And sooner or later, we're going to try you. We're going to try and wrap our arm around you. We're going to try and put our hand on your thigh. And then if you don't remove that hand off your thigh, know what's going to happen? We're just going to rise it up a little higher. We're going to bring it up a little higher. And that hand is going to continue to ride up your thigh until you put an end to it and say, nope. So again, that's what we call a heat check. Yeah, we're going to check and see if you hot. We're going to check. That's why I always tell you ladies at the end of the first day, guess what? Handshake. Because if you allow that man to walk you to that car, guess what? While we are walking you to the car, guess what we're thinking? Putting our tongue down your throat for a goodnight kiss. Because we want to see how hot you are. We want to test you. So I got to spend just a few minutes later just talking about from a discipline aspect. Are you disciplined enough to refrain from sex? Because, boy, there are some men out there, they just going to play that long game right there with you. They'll play that long game with you. I said, okay, sooner or later, Cindy going to break down. Sooner or later, I'm going to get Cindy in a compromising position, and them pain is coming off of her. So you got to be wary of this. So going back to vetting, okay. If you listen to anything that I've been saying since I've been on YouTube, I always talk about everything starts in the initial stage. As soon as he meets you, that's where you put him to work. You put him into compete mode. First thing. Now, I've been getting a lot of pushback about phone numbers, okay? If you've been listening to me, I advise women, do not give a man your phone number. Give him an email address. And man, I have gotten so much resistance, so much pushback, so much, oh my goodness. Number one, ladies, you are not a man. That's number one. You're not a man. You don't know how we operate. You have to put us in compete mode. You have to put us in work mode. The reason why if I were a woman, I would not give a man my phone number is because it's skipping having to make him work. You gave him exactly what he wanted. You cannot give a man what he wants. You got to put him to work. And as I always say, a man will work like a Texas mule to win you over. We will. We are designed to do that. We will walk over hot coals for you. Yes, we will. We will knock down a brick wall. We will run through a brick wall for Mrs. Right. Make sure we're on the same page. For Mrs. Right, the woman that we feel is the right woman for us, we will lay down our life for her, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Now, going back to the phone numbers. If you give a man your phone number, see, you think it's so innocent, and it could be, but why miss a golden opportunity to put him in compete mode? That is a excellent opportunity to train him. And that's what this thing, these emails, some of you ladies, you're killing me with these emails. Well, say, Pops, you back in the old days, you're in your 50s, you about to hit 60. I mean, that's how you still dealing with men. I don't care if we're back in the 40s, the 50s, my era, the 70s and 80s. I don't care. 2020, I don't care what era it is. As long as a hormone that's called testosterone is flowing through a man, we all the same. I don't care what year it is. Go back, do your history. Your grandpa, maybe your great grandpa, your great uncle, great great uncle. See how many not only families that he had, your family tree, but he probably had some side families. Your grandpa Jack probably had 23 children. He probably had 15 children, 18 children. Ain't nothing new. There's absolutely nothing new. In 2024, that's different between my generation and the previous generation before that. We're animals. We got wants, we got needs, we got desires. So don't get that twisted. So going back to the phone number again, why miss a golden opportunity to train him to get in compete mode? Because everything should require work. My goodness, you're not requiring a man to work. So if he just walks up to you, you're interested in him, and nothing wrong with that. If you find a guy attractive, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But he just walks up to you, talks to you 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever, 1 hour, asks for your contact information, that phone number, and you give it to him, and you say, no big deal. But I say you wasted a great opportunity to put that sucker in compete mode. You got to train a man. You got to train a man the same way you train a dog. I keep trying to stress this to you ladies, especially you ladies who say that you're looking for a good man. Mr. Right is out there. But the sad thing about the dating scene today, ladies, if you don't have a vetting process in place, a training process in place, you're going to go through 10 to 15 to 20 a-hole knuckleheads before you get to somebody who's remotely close to being the man of your dreams. That's just the way it is. It's a numbers game right now. And you just got to go through so much mud unnecessarily. Let me rephrase that. You unnecessarily have to go through so much mud and crap and filth and foolishness and games and heartbreak and not wanting to get out of bed and losing weight, and you're depressed and you're angry and you're all of these things that come with relationships and heartaches and heartbreaks and all this type of stuff. And that could have been avoided if you got your vetting process, your training process in place. So the phone number, that first initial meeting, that's where, in my estimation, the battle is won or lost when you first meet him. Why? Because you have all the leverage. All the leverage is on the woman's side. Why the hell you think he's in your face? Because the leverage is on your side. It's your job to what? Keep the leverage on your side. Keep him in compete mode. Keep him working. Keep him pursuing you. And he, Mr. Right, will pursue you. The a-holes, the players, the dogs, all these men who are talking about, the alpha male, that's just a bunch of talk. Let me tell you something. If they meet Mrs. Right, your femininity, you got the power to stop them in their footsteps, and they can turn over a new leaf. I don't believe that, old fool. Listen, you don't believe me? Guess what? The married men today, you think they got a you think they have a squeaky clean past? Let me ask you that question again. I'm talking about the married men who are committed in their relationships. I'm not talking about the married men who are out there running around playing games. I'm talking about the married men who are in committed relationships that love their wives, love their family, love their children, are committed. They are committed to that marriage. You think for one instance, they have a squeaky clean background. Hell no. They did everything under the sun. They were players. They were juggling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different women. They were having sex with multiple people, multiple women. They were doing it all. But guess what? Some lady walked into their life and they said, they put that car in reverse and say, ooh, no more playing for me. No more trying to put all these notches on my belt for sexual conquest. No more of the lies. No more of the games. I've met Mrs. Right. I quit. I'm out. I'm cashing all of my chips in. That's what I'm talking about, the married men who are committed. Yeah, they did their thing before they got married. I promise you that. All of them. Don't let them fool you. And that's the power of a woman. You could stop a man in his tracks, turn his whole life around. I could go out right now. A man can go out right now and we can see, and we can go talk to a homeless man that's sleeping under the bridge. And we could talk to that homeless man, give him some words of encouragement. And that man may listen to us and you know, adhere to what we're saying. But Lord have mercy. If a woman goes approach that same homeless man, her words will pump him up 50 times greater than a man's word. And just hearing those words, you're great. You can do this. I believe in you. You are my king. You have rawness inside. Boy, just hearing those words come out of a woman's mouth could breathe life into a man who thought his life was basically over with. That's why a woman's words can, guess what? Break a man down too. That's the power. Oh, Lord, you women, you, know what I'm learning? My broadcast ain't for all of y'all. It ain't. It really isn't. It ain't. Because some of you have a hard time hearing a man being truthful with you. Let me tell you, I'm telling you how men operate. We all the same. Damn right we could be some dogs. You damn right we could be players. You damn right we could be assholes. You damn right we could be all those negative things. But you damn right better understand one thing. We could be your king. You better understand we could be your angel. You understand we could be the best man that's suited for you. And you better understand we will rise up to the occasion for the right woman. The right one. Some of you ladies, you better clean up your social media pictures and get rid of all that damn crap you have naked out there showing all your behind. Busting it wide open and all this crap. You talking about you looking for a good man. You ain't gonna get him. Because why? You stirred up his sexual attention. Man, I've gotten off topic. Gotta get back. Let me get back to the phone number. Why give up a golden opportunity to start training that man right now that this is how it's gonna be, and I set the tone. Women, you set the tone. A man does not set the damn tone. You said it, and we're gonna abide by how you play it. You wanna move fast? Ooh, we love that. Oh, you wanna move fast? We love that. But if you move slow, we're gonna go at the pace that you set. Back in the old days, racing, I hadn't followed racing in a long time, but racing, Indianapolis 500, Talladega 500, before the race was started, you had what was called a pace car. And that pace car preceded the rest of those cars. See, those cars are designed to do 200 miles an hour easy. But that pace car said, you ain't doing no 200 miles. No. No, we're going to do about 35, 40, maybe 50 miles an hour. And that car designed to do 200 miles an hour easy for 500 miles. And that pace car just said, I hear those big engines behind me revving up. They ready to hit, but that pace car say, nope. You going at my pace. That's you, woman. My goodness. You set the pace. You want to move fast, that man's going to be like, okay, let's move fast, because the faster you move, the faster your pain is coming off of you, and we're going to get you in that bed, and we know what that means. You move slow pace. The man is going to follow your lead. Why? Because he ain't got no damn choice. He don't have another choice. You don't understand what you're working with. You don't understand what the Almighty blessed you with. Some of you just have no clue what a man will do for your love and your attention. Percy Sledge made a song. He said, when a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else, he'll change the world for the good thing he's found. Lord have mercy. Boy, y'all about to make the old man. Oh, man. Shout out to Renee. Renee is one of my avid listeners, and she said she was the one that told me about, hey man, stay on topics, get to the point. I know Renee listening to me like, oh, that fool go already. He say he's gonna start with the vetting. Now but that's just me. I'm sorry, you got to excuse me. Maybe that's that Louisiana in me. I don't know, but it's. All right, let's go back to what we're supposed to be talking about, the vetting process, that phone number in particular. Why, once again, ladies, why would you waste a great opportunity to make that man compete for you? Do you understand, if you give him an email address, we will take whatever we got to work with. I don't care how small it is. Lord, help me talk up in here. Let me say that again. Do you know when a man is interested? Let me stop clapping. You can't hear. Somebody else told me about that. I apologize. Let me say that again. Do you ladies understand when a man is interested in you? We will take whatever we get. We don't care how small it is. Whatever small, we don't care how small it is. All we care about is we have something to work with. We got something to work with. That's why the email is so important. It's not the email, it's the process. That's what I'm trying to get you ladies to understand. Don't look at it as the email. Look at it as the process. Son, you got to do something if you want to be with me. That's how you got to approach this thing, women. You want to be with me? Okay, show me. That's all. Show me you want, okay. You want this job? Fill out that application. You want to see me in this gated community? When you come in, check in with the security guard. When we apply for a credit card, do they just say, okay, John Doe, Jane Doe, here, you can have the credit card? Hell no. You got to go through some steps. Let me see your credit history. Give me some whatever references, what have you. But you just let a man that you find attractive, and once again, if you find the man attractive, nothing wrong with that. We like what we like. I'm not talking about that. We're human. But I'm talking about that guy that you find attractive, you don't put him to work. You just give him free access. Oh, Lord have mercy. Next video I'm going to talk about, after this one, I'm going to talk about the date, the length of the date. And I'm going to tip my hat if you never heard my broadcast. 1 hour or less. That's it. Oh, there's foolishness going on a date. The date started at 8 o'clock. You going home at 1:30 in the morning. No. And I ain't talking about having sex. That's too long. Some of you say you want steps to vet a man, then a man is telling you how you should do it. Well, I don't know about that, Pops, because you're listening to women. Ain't too many men gonna tell you this. Why? Because they're gonna say, I can't give you the game. Because if I give you the game, it's gonna mess me up and my pursuit of having sex with you. That's why so many men say, Pops, hey, they know I'm not lying, but they say, Pops, man, why you giving away all the secret, Pops? Come on, Pops, why you doing that? Because Pops saw his mama go through that pain and suffering. That ain't no good feeling. Because if the woman got pain and suffering and all that, how do you think that's gonna affect the kids? Sometimes I saw that pain on my mama's face, man. The pain was so deep, I knew. Boy, don't go around mama right now. Give mama her space. But the phone number. A man will take whatever you give us. That's why I tell you, ladies, small, because we're going to work with it. All you got to do is don't flake, show slight interest. That's all you need to do, slight interest. That's why I tell you, ladies, the date, 1 hour, that's a wrap. Take your behind home. Phone conversation, 1 hour. Get your ass off the phone. Be talking to damn 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, we just vibe so much, Pops. You don't understand. His conversation is so stimulating. Let's give him 1 hour of your time. You got to let a man know he is not priority number one. You got to send these messages out. Because you think men stupid? You think we that stupid? Not to figure out if you giving us all this time and attention, you think we not have figured it out? Ooh. Boy, Sally sweet on me. Oh, Brenda feeling me. Oh, Brenda showing me already that she's digging me. You think we can't pick up on that? We pick up on that real quick. And when we pick up on that, ladies, know what we do? Shoot! Back up like a Louisiana crawfish. I guess y'all say, what the hell is a Louisiana crawfish? Yeah, that's what crawfish do down here. When you try and catch crawfish, the crawfish is down here. When you try and catch one, he gonna back up. Why is the man backing up? Because he's like, I don't need to do nothing else. Because you, the woman, has laid it all out like a buffet dinner that I'm on the menu. And so we're like, ooh, I'm just gonna wait for the dinner to be served. No work required. No pursuit required. Okay. I understand there's some women out there, no matter what I say, you're like, no, I ain't giving no man no email. That's just too outdated. That ain't my style. But once again, I slightly disagree because if you give him the phone number, he had to do no work. Now, for those of you who just hell-bent, I ain't giving no man no email address. Everything I just said, it just went in one ear out the other. No matter what I say, you just convinced. Giving no man no email address. If he cut up, I'll just block him. Lord, here we go. This is for you. If you, no matter what I say, you're not gonna give a man an email address, go get you one of these right here. Okay, all right. Get you a burner phone strictly for dating. Now, you looking at this and say, I know that fool ain't pull out no flip phone. Yes, that fool did. You can go Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, get this for $19. I think this phone was $19. I think the monthly plan, I think it was a track phone or something, was like $9, $19, something like that. Get one of these strictly for dating. Now, I know some of you here been, well, I ain't getting no damn flip phone. Okay, that's fine. Get a phone, a burner phone, a separate phone, the cheapest one you could find. That's one of the reasons I pull this flip phone, because it's cheap and it's going to do the same thing that your iPhone 15 will do. No, let me take that back. Of course, it ain't going to do the same thing the iPhone 15, but I'm saying the basics. Talking on the phone. For some of you just hell bent. So, okay, I ain't getting no flip phone. This fool crazy. That man, that's 20 years. Okay, don't get the flip phone. Get something. Well, he crazy. I'm going to get, what's that thing called? I'm going to get the Google phone, the Google Voice. Once again, you think men stupid. I'm going to get the Google Voice. And then I could use my iPhone 15 and then just have a separate number for the Google, and they the Google Voice has too many limitations. A man is gonna figure out. But once again, I advise you, for those of you who just hell-bent, I ain't giving no man no doggone email. Okay. You want to give a man free access to you when you could have put him to work. And let me go back to this. Let's make sure we're on the same page. The email, it's like a house with burglar bars on it. And a burglar is walking down your street. And the burglar is looking for a house that he could gain quick access to. And he look around, what is he trying to do? He's trying to get in and get out. And he said, your house with the burglar bars? Oh, no, that's just too much work. The email is gonna weed out the game players. Please understand that. That's the name of the game. You want to weed out the a-holes, the players, the dogs, all these men, the con artists. You want to weed them out. Some of them will still hang in with that email. But some of them will say, no, man, I ain't doing that. That's too much work. See, it makes me wonder, do some of you women, do you consider yourself the prize? Because a prize is worth working for. And some of you, with this clear denial, I've got emails, women have told me, I agree with everything you saying, but that doggone email address. I say, Lord have mercy. You just don't understand. Man, you really don't. And then when a man is trying to explain to you, we work with stuff, that's all we need. Something small, we work with that. Man, a good friend of mine, I was just having a conversation, a good friend of mine, this brother, man, I wish I could call him, get his testimony, but I'm just going to paraphrase what he talked about. The woman he's dating, and he said that in his mind, this woman is Mr. Right. He was on a plane ride. He lives in Houston, so he was coming back from the plane ride from wherever to Houston. He said he was sitting next to this beautiful lady, and they had a conversation. And he and the lady, the conversation, they were just vibing with each other. So his thing was, okay, he thought that the conversation was strictly platonic, just, something to talk about, on a plane ride. Sometimes you sit on the plane, you talk with people, you get off the plane and that's it. And so when they landed in Houston, the lady got her stuff and he got his stuff. And he remembered they talked about what she does for a living. And one of the things, the lady's a nurse. And so when the woman went her way and he went his way, it finally dawned on him. Man, that woman was sweet on me. That woman was sweet. That woman was showing interest in me, and he didn't pick up on it until she left and he left. Now, we know Houston has what, 4 or 5 million people, whatnot? Let me show you the power of a woman and how men work. He was like, damn, my boy was like, boy, I was sick. He said, man, I went home. I was so sick, man. I just could not get that lady out of my mind. I couldn't get out of my mind. And I couldn't believe that I let a woman like that just go her way and I went my way without getting some type of contact information. Let me tell you what he did. Something popped in his mind and say, find her. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere now. Because you don't understand a man. Oh, we will find you. Something my boy said, he just had this rush. And all men go through this. Because we will find you if you make that type of impact on her. And he said, man, I'm going to find that woman. And one of the things he remembered, he said she was a nurse in Houston, Texas. You know how many hospitals, private practices, clinics are in a city like Houston? That would have been hell in a small city like I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where we got, 200,000 people. That would have been hell right here. We talking about Houston, Texas, 3.5, 4.5 million people. Make a long story short, my boy found her and tracked her down. And they dating right now. Yeah, he found her. He found her. Yes, he did. And I'm going to try and be vague about it. He didn't use social media. Nope. He did not use, because he didn't know her last name. So he didn't use social media. But he found her. That's what I'm trying to tell you, ladies. We will find you. A man can meet you in a restaurant, a Starbucks, or whatever, Walmart, or whatever. Let's say we meet you on a Thursday night. We talk with you. We have interesting conversation, stimulating conversation. And you could go your way after that conversation, and he can go this way. See if that man is interested in you. Do you understand? We'll go right back to that same place the next Thursday, hoping we'll bump into you again. Hoping we'll bump into you again. Any man would tell you that. We will find you. I don't care what the odds are that are against us finding you, or we'll find you, or we'll put forth that effort. Because that's what a man does when he's in a pursuit of a woman. All it takes is a little bit of interest. That's a wrap. That's all we need. We're going to take that and we're going to run with it. So back to the phone number. Some of you just hell-bent. You're going to do your thing. Okay, that's on you. But if I was a woman, I'd have one of these right here. And I'd spend that little $19 a month on that little track phone bill. I'd be using this right here. This phone would be strictly for dating. That's it. You contact me on this. For some of you just hell-bent on the rest. Go with some type of separate phone. Go ahead and make that an investment. $19, $29, whatever the plans are. You're in Walmart, you see them. The prepaid plans. Invest in one of those and just use that strictly for dating. Well, I ain't doing all that. Well, guess what? Men do. Oh, here we go. Men do. Yeah, men do. You just hadn't found it. Yeah, it's probably in the trunk of his car, garage, under the toolbox, something. But it's in there. It's in there. It's right by that stash of Viagra and Cialis. Yeah, that's what we do. It's stashed out. You'll never find the Viagra in the house. It's going to be stashed somewhere in that car, 9 times out of 10. Or it's going to be in that toolbox in that garage or wherever. That's where the condoms at too. You want to talk about the secret? The condoms there too. Well, I got a good man. When I go through his stuff, I go through his drawers here. Shit, please. Nah, he hid them from you. He's hid them from you. Go through wherever he keeps his suits at and go through those pockets that's inside that suit. Go through those pockets. Yeah, that's where you're going to find the jewelry. You know, you might lay around and find a few $100s stashed in there. You know, just go through it. You see, you think the old man. Okay, let me stop. But anyway, I got to end this video. Let me see how much time I got left. Damn, I've been going 41 minutes. Okay, so once again, that's just my take. I'm going to be doing a series on vetting men and steps that I feel that women need to take. Once again, I'm just a firm believer in that email. I'm a firm believer in that email. Why? I talked about that. I'm not going through that already. But I'm just going to go back in time before I end this broadcast. Before I end this, all right, I'm 56. Of course, I was born in a time, no internet, no social media, no cell phones. No internet, no social media, no cell phones. All right, that didn't stop anything. When you met a woman back in my day, you got the address before you got the phone number. When you met a woman back in my day, you got that address before you got the phone number. Why did you get the address before you got the phone number? You had to meet mom and daddy. You had to be Papa Bear and Mama Bear. It was a vetting process. Mama and daddy wanted to meet that young man and see what that young man's intentions were. Son, why do you want to court my daughter? And that's what the email does. It takes a man through the courting process, courtship. We're not talking about dating. This thing about dating has been flipped upside down. Dating should come way after the courtship. Courtship means a man putting forth his best effort just to show that he's worthy of dating a woman. See, that's been thrown out the window. And that's why men are having their cake and eating it too. Because why? It's the access to women and sex in 2024 is just too easy. Damn, it's easy. Boy, it's so easy. I mean, it's easy. And it's going to remain easy until women, you got to wake up. Some of you women are saying, I've already woken up, and that's fine. But what's going to happen is the man realize you woken up. He's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going over here. Those are the ones who playing the games. The serious ones that want the marriage, they want the committed relationship. They recognize off the bat what you're doing, your vetting process, and they say, I want that. I want that. But like I said in the beginning, you better have some discipline because we're talking about men that you're attracted to. So you better have some discipline because we're going to try that heat check to see how hot you are. Or we're going to try you. All right. So once again, got to end this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching my broadcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments down at the bottom. Hopefully, I have persuaded some of you to reconsider the email address. Again, it's not the email address, it's the process of the work that's required. You should require a man to compete and work for you if you consider yourself the prize. If you consider yourself the prize, you should require every step should be earned, including your phone number. All right, this is Elderly Advice 100 coming to you once again, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You can always email me. I appreciate the emails. Don't forget I'm back on Mondays, 7 p.m. Central Time. And from here out, I'm going to sign off. Thank you and have a great evening. Ciao.